Guys, come over here. I have some huge news for you because Toyota Global Division has just unveiled officially the brand new next generation Toyota Land Cruiser. Yes, I know. Unfortunately, the Land Cruiser technically is not coming to the United States or North American market for this 300 series brand new generation of the big SUV. But we can use the information they officially unveiled overseas to maybe glean something about the next Toyota Tundra and also some other trucks that Toyota is working on. So let's dig in. So first of all, let's look at this Land Cruiser and see some of the images, some of the technology it includes. You can see, well, it kind of leaked before this announcement, but these are now the new official images, and you can kind of see the new style. Overall, the size of this new Land Cruiser is almost the same as what it was before. It's just a little bit tweaked as far as some of its dimensions. Right here, you see it in the sand dunes of the Middle East, I believe, and you can kind of see this GR logo in the grille. So it will have, obviously, overseas several different trim levels, several different models. This is, funny enough, this is kind of a low-profile tire right here that they're using, but different styling, different kind of bumper, sort of trim for the GR model, and of course blacked out mirror caps on the side. So let's keep going a little bit. Here's what it looks like from the back. So still very premium, and not a huge departure from what the Land Cruiser was before, especially in the profile angle. But of course the lights and some of the touches and body panels are new. Obviously the hitch is hidden right here. Here's another look at the GR model. So this is one of their, just a new type of model for the Land Cruiser. Here's the kind of the family, so you can kind of see several different trim levels, kind of a more basic one, a little bit more luxurious one, and also the GR model right here. Now, this is kind of big news because I really wanted to see the interior of the new Land Cruiser, and now we get to see at least what the overseas version will have. As you can see here, it's basically completely redesigned. I mean, the steering wheel looks familiar, but everything has been updated. There are a lot more controls, of course, adaptive cruise system right here, and modes, different, obviously, volume controls. Everything is very modern. There is some wood on the steering wheel for this luxury model. You can see a big, basically digital screen for the gauges, but the gauges, the tachometer and speedometer are still analog, which is kind of interesting to see. Very, very quite cool. The door cards are new. You can see kind of this latest switch gear right there. And of course the mid stack is new. I don't know if this will be similar to the Tundra that we're getting, but I have a hunch it might have some similarities right there to what maybe the next Tundra will bring. You can see, I think this might be a 10.2 inch infotainment screen right here in the center. I don't know that for sure at this moment, but that's what it seems. Of course, heated seats, ventilated seats, your transmission shifter, and of course you've been waiting to find out what will power this beast. 2 engines were announced. So let me actually keep moving a little bit here, and then I'll show you some of the other information. This right here is a V6 twin turbo gas engine. It's a 3.5 liter, and it's rated at 409 horsepower, 409, and approximately 479 pound-feet of torque. This is in the Land Cruiser for overseas models. What does it sound like? Well, it sounds like a truck engine, and it's actually more powerful in this configuration than the current 3.5 liter EcoBoost from Ford. Because for 2021, the 3.5 liter engine in the Ford F-150 truck is rated at 400 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. This is 409 horsepower and 479 approximately pound-feet of torque. So a little bit less torque, but a little bit more horsepower. Of course, global markets also get a diesel. This is a V6 twin turbo diesel, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this engine because it's highly, highly unlikely that we will be receiving this 3.5 liter twin turbo diesel engine. But the gas engine is very, very likely. They did not announce anything about hybrids or plug-in hybrids or electric for the Land Cruiser. This is all the information we have right now. Behind these engines is a 10-speed automatic transmission, 10-speed. So yeah, so that's the latest Land Cruiser global powertrain. As you can see, still a 3-row SUV right here, lots of space, very comfortable still. It appears to be very luxurious. Obviously, we haven't had a chance to really get in it yet. Also, a heads-up display here in the front. Of course, the stereo system, I'm sure will be quite nice. And I'm hoping to actually get into this thing soon. Of course, they have the latest technology built into this. As you can see right here, the latest camera views, a multi-terrain system. You can kind of see the obstacles you're about to take, kind of looking through the hood at the front tires. Obviously, some other manufacturers have very similar technology using cameras, and of course, Toyota is doing this as well. They're using an updated chassis. They said they were able to remove about 200 kilograms, or about almost 440 pounds out of this chassis overall in the body of the Land Cruiser. So they made it, they said, according to Toyota, a little bit more stiff. They redesigned the suspension points, and they subtracted weight, which is, of course, was a big, huge deal. So you can kind of see some of this here. And they're also using their latest KDSS electronic version of their kinetic suspension system. Here you can see some of the diagrams right here. And basically this is the sway bar connecting both sides of the suspension. Here you see another view here, and you can see obviously 4-corner coil springs. You can see them in the front. You can see them a little bit also in the rear. So yes, independent, not independent, but coil sprung, at least for this version of it. And according to them, this suspension system is going to be, even more advanced than it is now, and even more capable on-road and off-road than the current KDSS suspension systems. Of course, radar and camera systems and adaptive cruise control systems are all there. This is just a graphic to show you what the technology, what they're going to be offering for their technology suite. So yeah, this is, I think, pretty huge news. Yes, I am sad that the Land Cruiser is not coming to the North American market, to the US, but according to this, at least maybe we can glean a little bit of information about what to expect maybe for the next Tundra. As you can see, 4-high, 4-wheel drive auto modes, different graphics, all the latest stuff, climate control system, etc., etc. So there you have it, guys. Pretty big news today. The new 300 series is officially out. It's going to be sold in many markets around the globe. Brand new 3.5-liter twin turbo gas engine with 409 horsepower. I think that's pretty huge news. I think that would make pretty fine engine, standard engine for the Tundra. And of course, the other piece of news that we learned from Texas last week, that Tundra will, for next generation 2022 models and beyond, will have 2 different power plants. So we still don't know exactly what the second one might be, but I think we have a good idea about this base power plant. So there you have it, and go back as always to tfltruck.com and also tfloffroad.com for all the latest news like this.